All right, let's get to the breaking news coming in at the moment. It is an open secret, viewers, that Asim Munir's rogue army, Pakistan's notorious ISI, and its most favored asset, Lashkar Chief Hafiz Saeed, are behind the Pahalgam terror attack. Now, today, the NIA is ready with a dossier. As per sources, NIA's preliminary investigation report, it nails the conspiracy of the Pakistani army and the ISI in the attack that led to the massacre of 26 innocents in the meadows of the Baisaran Valley. And as our top anti-terror probe agency gears up, it presents its report to the officials in the MHA. Times now has accessed exclusive details of Lashkar Chief Hafiz Saeed's new hideout. Agencies have credible information that the ISI moved Saeed to a safe house near the highly secure Mir Cantt area, or the Lahore Cantt area. As per sources, Hafiz Saeed is hiding once again deeply in the belly of Pakistan's military fortress. Indian security agencies have unearthed explosive intelligence that 4 months before the Pahalgam carnage, Pakistan Army moved Hafiz Saeed into a high security safe house inside Lahore's Mir cantonment. Now remember, this new safe house isn't just secure, it's fortified by the rogue state. What more do we know about Hafiz Saeed's latest haven? We will break it down for you. Right now, I am joined by my colleague Pradeep Datta, who's getting us more on this. Pradeep, these are extremely crucial intelligence inputs that we have accessed, in terms of how this probe moves forward. But unsurprisingly, this is not the first time that we are seeing Hafiz Saeed linked to an attack in India, and Pakistan once again providing safe haven to him.
Yes, you are absolutely right, because these intelligence reports are going to expose Pakistan completely, because on one hand Pakistan claims that they are victim of terror. And see how the victim of terror, instead of acting against terror-related elements, they are trying to secure them. They're trying to provide them safe hideouts. There have been several safe hideouts in Lahore where Hafiz Saeed had been putting up. But what we have got to know from intelligence sources right now, he has been shifted to Mir cantonment area of Pakistan Army, where mostly the officers from the 4 Corps are putting up. And this area is far away from the congested locality. That means this is considered to be one of the safest, where he is guarded 24/7 by SSG commandos. And there are 3 shifts, SSG commandos work in 3 shifts, and they try to ensure proper safety of this terror-related element. That means what Pakistan is trying to do is they are trying to secure their strategic asset, because for the last several decades we have seen that this strategic asset, Hafiz Saeed, was used against India. And he is the one who is involved in 26/11 attack. He is the one who is involved in Pahalgam attack also, because TRF is proxy of Lashkar-e-Taiba outfit. And not only that, whenever he's moving out, he's been provided with 3 bulletproof vehicles. He's like a VVIP. He's a VVIP terrorist. It will not be wrong if I call a VVIP terrorist of Pakistan who has been provided security. And like any VVIP, he's been provided also the cavalcade also. That's escort vehicles. 3 bulletproof escort vehicles are always with him. And besides this, there are SSC commanders. Not only that, they try to ensure that there is a proper security being provided to this man. He is not the only one who has been shifted to safer hideout. Besides this, Masood Azhar, Jaish-e-Mohammed chief, also responsible for the parliament attack, also responsible for Pulwama bombing. He has also been taken to the safer hideout. This completely lifts mask over Pakistan, because Pakistan claims that they are victim of terror. They are ready for any kind of a probe. Is this the way to probe? Because once it's like somebody indulging in suicide bombing and then claiming that he's the victim after killing so many people. That's exactly what Pakistan is doing. And here in this case, Hafiz Saeed, he is the man who has got hands soaked in blood. Once again, look towards the screen. This is the area where this is called Mir cantonment area, where normally the officials from the 4 Corps are putting up. It's considered to be one of the VVIP areas so far as Pakistan Army is concerned. And here Hafiz Saeed is being kept, and he is being guarded 24/7 by SSC commandos.
Right,
and if he has to move out, he has to move out in bulletproof vehicles. And not only that, he is taken to where? He's going where? He's going to places where he can indoctrinate, brainwash young minds. Not only that, he's also going towards the terror training factories where he is motivating them, pushing them towards
Absolutely, Pradeep. So this doesn't come as a surprise that Pakistan is providing safe haven to Hafiz Saeed once again as India witnesses and grapples with Pakistan-sponsored terrorism. Viewers, let's also break it down for you what has been happening, what Times Now has learned. Hafiz Saeed's Lahore hideout, as we told you, is at, of course, Mir Cantt, and that is, where It is important. It is a safe house near the officers' colony. Let's also take you through the timeline of how this entire thing played out. He was shielded here since the last 4 months. He was shielded by Pakistan Army's retired SSG para commandos, as you can see. And he was provided a convoy of 3 bulletproof vehicles, viewers. That is the shocking part. The orders that were given were ISI to Hafiz Saeed, stay put, do not move. This is coming right before the Pahalgam terror attack happened. So once again, Pakistan displaying the kind of haven and safe shelters that it provides to all those terrorists who perpetrate terror on Indian soil. Now imagine, viewers, just off Lahore's highly secure Munir Road near the house of a serving Pakistan Army commander of the 4th Corps, retired Pakistan Army SSG commandos are working in 3 shifts round the clock to keep Hafiz Saeed under 24/7 surveillance. This is the evidence of ISI's patronage of terrorism. So that is, what has been happening is Pakistan, even as India grapples with the kind of terrorism that we have seen by Pakistan on Indian soil. My colleague Priyank Tripathi is joining us with more details on this. Priyank, once again, Pakistan providing safe haven to Hafiz Saeed just months before this dastardly attack took place on Indian soil, and that too at a place which, where Pakistan Army officers and other officials, government officials reside. That is where this terrorist was given a safe haven.
Yes, certainly. Over the period of last few months, what we have seen that there is a major, movement of these terrorists has happened on the Pakistani soil. Because looking at what has happened here in Pahalgam, from where we have been reporting, it is quite clear that the terrorists had a very, they strategized this attack much before the attack could happen, because the infiltration happened 2 months back. Then before the attack, 1 week before that, the terrorists came to this Pahalgam Valley and they were hiding here. But the hierarchy of the Lashkar-e-Taiba is certainly something which is important to be seen on the ground. That is the reason because of which it's been 10 days and there is a certainly course which is going among people that why is it so that these cells have not been gunned down. What sources have been suggesting us that the security establishment here in India has broken the supply chain for these terrorists, because supply is certainly something which can create a panic among these attackers, and they can once again attempt to come down towards the main road side. This particular forest from where we have been reporting is certainly one of the major challenges for the officials, because over the period of many days, since we know that terrorists generally comes with a backup plan of having 2 to 3 days of food along with them, they came here, but the people, the local, the overground workers could not realize that the attack could be on the tourists, which has certainly broken the economy of this particular area. That's why the initial support which was given to these volunteers is not being given. Agencies have questioned more than 2,500 individuals. Most of them have been put under detention, and they are trying to break the supply chain for the terrorists so that the further attack and further assault and the final assault on these terrorists can happen. We know what Pradeep has been talking about is regarding what is happening across the border in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and in the main Pakistan land. But the biggest challenge for the officials here is to eliminate these terrorists, for which they have questioned several individuals. The supply chain has been broken, OGWs have been put under detention, but what we are sensing after talking to several officials, that the OGWs were also not aware about the fact that the attack could happen on the tourists, which has certainly hit out on their bread and butter, and certainly the mood change can be seen on the ground, because of which no further support is being given to these terrorists who were behind this attack.
Right, Priyank, thanks very much for joining us at the moment, getting us a ground report of what's been happening in Jammu and Kashmir. I'm also joined by Major General SP Sinha at the moment on the broadcast. General Sinha, your first thoughts. We've seen, this is not surprising that Pakistan does provide a safe haven to terrorists who perpetrate terror and such attacks on Indian soil. But 4 months before the Pahalgam attack is when Hafiz Saeed was moved to a safe shelter in the Mia Mir cantonment area, really telling of the fact that, India has been right in saying that Pakistan does provide safe haven to terrorists.
There is no doubt Pakistan provided safe haven to Osama bin Laden in Abbottabad. It is a safely guarded house. And in Myanmar, Pakistan had already planned this Pahalgam attack well in advance, and they knew that the moment something happens, if some information leaks, then Hafiz Saeed will be in danger. So they shifted him to a place in Myanmar, cantonment. You see, cantonments are generally very well guarded. Civilians cannot enter just like that. And that house in which Hafiz Saeed is being kept is called Safe Haven House. It is totally safe. It is guarded by special commandos, guarded by special commandos of Pakistan Army.
Yes.
So it's foolproof. It is very difficult to get there, reach there. So this is the level of fear that Hafiz Saeed, who is to carry out rallies, who is to threaten India, now is looking for shelter, is trying to hide, trying to protect himself. This is the level of fear of our new government, Modi Sarkar.
Right, General S.P. Sinha, thanks very much for joining us on Times Now, giving us an understanding of, what Pakistan has been doing, ladies and gentlemen, as far as providing a safe shelter to terrorists is concerned. Like General Sinha said, from Osama bin Laden to Hafiz Saeed, we've had a series of such situations, such examples where Pakistan has provided a safe haven to terrorists. We'll keep getting you minute-to-minute updates on what has been happening as far as the investigation into the Pahalgam terror attack is concerned. But right now, it's time for a short break. News and updates will continue on the other side.